Hi guys, I'm here. I'm literally at my girlfriend's house right now.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I am also back.
No, you're not.
Yo.
You're not here. Anyway, he has no idea what's going on. But the ban list just dropped, and as you can see, oh my god. Um, I was not expecting this off the jump. And it's effective September 2nd. So,
Oh, 2 days from now.
this is already huge. So we already know that this needs to be a list that needs to nuke everything to even save Yu-Gi-Oh entirely. So first things first, we have Fiendsmith Lacrima. This was literally essential for Fiendsmith. Without it, Fiendsmith combo's dead. They can still Fiendsmith combo, but now you don't have Lacrima to really do stuff with. You have to do a separate thing now to do with the combo for it. I would like to see Goddess of the Close Sky here instead of Lacrima, but really this over this is fine. But Appaloosa Bow the Goddess sucks. I mean, I understand Appaloosa is a hit to Snake Eye, technically. That's okay. Kaling Calamity, your time has come. You should have been hit a long stinking time ago. A turn skip is toxic for the game, should have never even happened. Sanctifier not on here, that's still a problem. But Beatrice, bye, bye, bye. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, Konami. You are saving everything right now. You need to right now, honestly. Beatrice going, dumping any card. Fiendsmith is dead. Honestly, it depends on what the limits are, but this is forbidden starting September 2nd. Already great cards so far. Do you have anything to say?
He got very excited whenever he seen the Smith app.
Yeah. So, let's go to the next. Oh, no, they did not bring Ava. No, they did not bring Ava back. No, you did not. Why? Why did you bring Ava back? Okay. So already, I'm going to show this right now. No, they did not bring grass! No, they did not bring grass back. No, they did not. What are you doing? Okay, well, first things first. First things first, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how Snake Eyes is now dead. Okay, let's talk about how Snake Eyes is now. Well, it's not really dead. I mean, they're doing the same thing the OCG's doing. So, Ava back to 1. Drytron abused this card to hell. 2, oh my god. You have no idea. It was 2020, 2019 format. Ava was abused with this card. And now it's back. Lord help us. But Snake Eye Ash got at 1. OCG still used it at 1. That's not that big of a deal. Honestly, Snake Eyes can still be played at 1. Poppy can still be played at 1. I was playing it more of an engine in a Infernoid... an Infernoid volcanic build with a Snake Eye engine. So it had that engine in it. Now, these two cards being limited is good because the next two cards... Gimmick Puppet of Strings and Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings. So now they can't FTK anymore. FTKs needed hit in this game. So they hit those two in an FTK. So now they cannot the FTK is gone. The Gimmick Puppet FTK cannot happen now. So that is gone. So that is good. Branded Fusion 1. What was Branded doing? What was Branded doing? Why? What was Branded doing? What was Branded doing? I was just building a deck that had a branded package and had triple branded fusion in it. I mean, it's fine. I'll just play more polys instead, or Red Eyes fusion or something, but like screw you. But then we get to opening of the Spirit Gates. That was your hit for you, Bell? That was your hit to you, Bell. Not Spirit. Not Spirit. Which, honestly, she plays you, Bell. What's the one card you think that needs hit and limited to 1 in you, Bell?
Probably Spirit.
Yeah.
If you target a Yugioh monster, Spirit gets to come out.
The target or attack.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Attack.
and it can be looped. And opening, what is opening doing? I mean, opening, it just, all you have to do is you just taking one of your openings out.
Yeah.
You only played 2. That doesn't matter anything. That really doesn't do much, so they just limited it. Pot of Prosperity limited to 1. Okay, that's, I mean, not a lot of people were playing Pot of Prosperity right now. That makes sense, though. It needed limited. Sanguine Summoning. Field spells that say you cannot target and they're unaffected is the most annoying thing in this game. Limit it, get it out of here, limit it to 1, and that's great. Sanguine Summoning, Tempai's been hit, that's great. Grass coming back. How do I feel about Grass? It's great. I need to get Grass. Anyone I know that has Grass, please hit me up. I need that for Infernoid. That's going to make... I have a certain friend, Shane, I know who you are. He's been holding on to those grasses. Been real waiting on to that, but... And then, RIP to Skill Drain. RIP to Runic Stun. I think our time has finally come. Skill Drain is officially at 1. Which it should have been in a couple lists. It should have been in a couple lists, but honestly, Skill Drain... I lost because of Skill Drain to a Eldritch player, but semi-limited. What? Freaking what? Okay, the Dragon Rulers I understand, but why is Colossus at 2? Why is Colossus at 2? Lunalight Tiger at 2, okay. Ib the Justiciar, what are we doing? I don't care. But why is Colossus at 2? We already showed that Colossus at 1's a problem. Why is Colossus at 2? Okay, and what's in the unlimits? Okay, Kieran, Plush Fire. Plush Fire makes sense because of the errata. Danglong, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Red Rose Dragon, Armageddon Knight, and Time Seal. That's funny. Labyrinth can abuse that. It's a normal trap.
Oh, what does that do?
Skip your opponent's next draw phase. Skip the draw phase of your opponent this turn. So what you can do is they can do a combo where they use a couple normal traps, and do a lock where they can just lock out their opponent game 2, or they can transaction roll back it and do that. So how do I feel about this ban list? Honestly, it was good. It needed to happen. Honestly, we had 4 big major bans. Beatrice getting hit, King Calamity getting hit, Apo getting hit, Lacrima getting hit. I feel like Snake Eyes can still be played, but Fiendsmith got killed, pretty much. Fiendsmith needs to now be played in only Fiends now. It cannot be abused with Snake Eyes now, because Beatrice is gone. They can't make Beatrice. They can't dump... And if they do, they can't make Lacrima. So, I mean, Ash, Poppy, both limited to 1. I like the Ash, Poppy limits, because then they have to play it with other things with that now. You can't just play pure and play triple Snake Eye Ash and you just imperm or Ash the Ash. Boom, turn's done. They just lose, which is good. And them hitting the FDK, listen, I've had to play the Gimmick Puppet FDK against it. It isn't fun. It isn't fun. And Sanguine Summoning going to 1, thank you. Thank you, Konami. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. The only thing that hurts me on this list is Branded Fusion and Skill Drain. That's it. I can live with Skill Drain going to 1. I'll just max out on my other floodgates if I have to. And I know exactly which ones I'll max out on. And grass, I mean, in branded fusion, I'll just use different fusion cards. That's fine. But grass and branded's pretty much dead now, because now that branded fusion's gone, they can't play Sanctifier. They can still play branded cards, but branded's pretty much dead. Without branded fusion, they don't have a fusion from deck other than one fusion. And if you ash it, because you can ash it because it's from deck, they lose. Yeah. So, well, this has been interesting, folks. This has been a very interesting video. What I need grass. It looks like I need that grass looks greener, because that being, I'm wondering how that's gonna be broken in the game. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm in shock right now. Konami, I still think that you have a little work to do, but this is a good start. This is a very good start to fixing the community. I think this fixes the format. I really do think this just fixes the format, because Snake Eyes is still going to be around.
You think Fiendsmith is still going to top?
Fiendsmith is still going to be around.
Well, yeah, because it has the Yugioh combo too.
It's going to only be around in Fiendsmith builds. It can only be with Fiend. So the only thing you're going to see it with is Fiend Link. You're only going to see it with Fiend Link now. So the top decks, honestly, right now, after September 2nd, you're still going to see Snake Eyes. But with Lacrima getting hit, Beatrice getting hit, and Apo getting hit, Snake Eyes goes down a little bit. So the top deck now is probably Yubel. Probably Yubel is the top deck now, because it can use the Fiend cards the best now. Because it can go into Desiree the quickest, which is the Omni, for Fiendsmith. And it can make Wave King High Caesar the easiest. And the only thing that the Snake Eyes Fiendsmith build can make is Wave King High Caesar. It can't make Beatrice and just dump, which in the Fiendsmith Snake Eyes build, they had to dump. They had to dump a Lacrima or a Fiendsmith for that, go to Beatrice and do that. But now Beatrice is gone. So now they can't do that. And the Gimmick Puppet FDK deck, it's dead. Without Gimmick Puppet of Strings and a Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings, because you need one or two of those for it, it limits the FDK. They can't really FDK you now. Because if you imperm the Gimmick Puppet of Strings, they can't put string counters on. It stops the FDK. It stops the FDK. So you just hold the... and you just make sure you get rid of that field spell. That's it. Now, I wish they would have hit the field spell on here. That would have actually saved it altogether. But I think Tempai's still going to be on here. I think Tempai's still going to be one of the top decks. Sengen Summoning is still at 1. Is still going to make this one of the top better decks. I think this makes Memento tier 1. I think this makes Memento tier 1. Honestly, because they can play Fiendsmith better now. They can play the Fiendsmith package better. Because the two decks that can play the Fiendsmith package better is cards that play Fiends. Guess what two decks can play Fiends? Memento, Yubel. So those two decks can play it. Snake Eyes can't no more. Because they needed Beatrice. You don't need Beatrice in those two decks. You don't. So they're better off with it now. And we got grass, so we may see more go back to an Infernoid Snake Eyes build. Now that grass is back, we may see Tier pop its head up back again. Now that the grass is back. And we're going to see a lot more 60-card deck builds with grass. So I would not be amazed to see that 60-card Infernoid Snake Eyes build. I would love to see that back, but it's only at 1. But I'm excited for that, and I honestly feel. Now I may be coping on this, but I think this boosts up. I think Chimera's down. I think this kills I think this kills Branded Chimera. The Branded Chimera version's dead. I think the only version of Chimera now you can play is the Chimera Fiendsmith version now. Runic Stun is still playable, but you have to change the floodgates. And it's more runic now that you can play. So, anyway, I've talked long enough. Have a great day, guys. If you enjoyed, hit the like button down below, comment, do all that good stuff. I'll see you then. As always, stay awesome, my Dark Knights.